Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unravel the secrets hidden within company filings. Today we are diving into Chemed Corporation's latest report, and let's just say it seems like a classic case of what you see is what you get with not too many fireworks. Stick around to see if that is really the whole story. Before we dive deep, if you are all about understanding the real story behind corporate numbers without the jargon, make sure you are subscribed. Also, we've got a fantastic community on Discord where we break down these filings even further and discuss potential investment insights. You'll find the link in the description below. So, what is going on here is Chemed Corporation filing what is called a Form 8. Think of this as a company hitting the important announcement button with the US Securities and Exchange Commission. This specific report came out on the 28th of October 2025. And it is all about their financial results for the quarter that ended on the 30th of September 2025. The most interesting part for us, as usual, is what they announced about their performance. The filing basically says Chemed Corporation put out a press release on the 28th of October 2025. It announced their financial results for the quarter that ended the 30th of September 2025. And that press release is attached as an exhibit to this filing. So while this 8K itself doesn't spill all the beans, it points us to where the detailed financial numbers are. This exhibit, labeled as 99, is the actual press release. It is like the company's official story about how they did financially during that period. We need to look at this press release to understand the meat of their performance. Since this filing is from the 28th of October and it is announcing results for the quarter ending the 30th of September, it means they are reporting on their performance up to the end of the third quarter. Now let's talk about what these numbers might mean for Chemed Corporation. While the 8K itself is more of a notification, the press release it references is where the juicy details are. Typically, these financial results tell us if the company is growing, losing money, or staying steady. They show us how much money is coming in from sales, how much it costs to run the business, and ultimately how much profit or loss is generated. For a company like Chemed, understanding their revenue streams and cost management is key. Are they selling more products or services? Are their costs under control? These are the questions that their financial results will answer. It is also good to remember that Chemed Corporation has its stock, with the ticker symbol CHI, traded on the New York Stock Exchange, or NICE. This means their financial health and performance are very important to investors. When we see their earnings reports, we are looking for signals that might make that stock price go up or down. When we look at these types of reports, we are always comparing the current numbers to previous periods. For instance, how does the revenue this quarter compare to the same quarter last year? A growing revenue is usually a good sign, but it is even better if the costs are not growing as fast. We also look at profit margins to see how efficiently the company is turning sales into actual profit. A shrinking profit margin can be a red flag even if sales are increasing. Chemed Corporation, being in a business that likely involves health services or related products, will have specific factors impacting their performance, such as healthcare regulations, patient volumes, and the cost of supplies or personnel. While this particular 8K filing is brief, it serves as a pointer to the more detailed press release. It is essential to always dig into those exhibits. Companies might use these 8K filings to highlight specific achievements or address any significant developments. In this case, it seems straightforward. They announce their quarterly earnings. The real analysis comes from the numbers within that accompanying press release. For instance, if they reported a significant increase in revenue, we would want to know if that is due to more customers, higher prices, or perhaps a new product launch. If profits are down, we'd be asking why. Are their expenses rising disproportionately? Or are they facing increased competition that is forcing them to lower prices? This report is signed off by Michael D. Witzman, who holds the important title of Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. This tells us that the company's top financial executive has reviewed and approved the information being reported. It adds a layer of official sign-off to the disclosed results. Looking at this filing, it is a pretty standard report for announcing financial results. The key takeaway is that Chemed Corporation has released its earnings for the third quarter of 2025. The lack of extensive detail within the 8K itself means the primary focus should be on the press release cited as an exhibit. Without that press release, we can only speculate. However, the act of filing the 8K signifies that the company is adhering to its reporting obligations and making its financial performance public. Now, my take on this 8K filing is very much a formality, pointing us to the real financial news in the press release. For Chemed, the context of their business is crucial. Are they in a growing sector? Or are they facing headwinds? Are there any major competitors that might be impacting their market share or pricing power? This filing itself doesn't provide that deep strategic insight. However, it is the official announcement that allows investors and analysts to begin that deeper dive. The fact they are reporting on time is a positive in terms of compliance. If the press release shows strong growth and healthy profit margins, that would be very encouraging. Conversely, if the numbers are weak, it would signal potential trouble for the company and its stock. The true story, as is often the case with these filings, lies not just in the fact that a report was filed, but in the specific numbers and narrative presented within it. Without seeing the actual earnings figures from the press release, it is hard to give a definitive opinion on Chemed direction, but the intention of this report is clear: to inform the market about their quarterly financial health. Alright, that is our quick decode of this Chemed Corporation filing. What is your take on these kinds of reports and what they signify for companies? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was helpful, please hit that like button, it really makes a difference, and subscribe for more straight up corporate insights. And don't forget to join our growing Discord community for even more in-depth discussions, link in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.